Hey everyone, it's Dee. Hopefully I'm upright. I never get this YouTube thing right. All right, so let me try to think. Yeah, hopefully I'm upright. So if you're on, let me know if I'm upright or if I'm sideways. Usually it tells me to rotate my screen, but all right. So I'm on a roll today. It is Friday, and I wanted to come on here because there's so many messages that I want to share with you guys. But today I want to share about limitations. I do it myself. I see other people do it, and when I hear it now, I'm like, whoa, 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 wait a minute. So today I want to talk about limitations, be very short, and then we're going to do a little bit of Reiki. But we have to stop limiting ourselves. Many of the times you hear, oh, I can't do that, or I don't do that, or I won't do that, or we have to stop saying I can't and I don't, because it might be I can't right now, or I don't right now, but it doesn't mean that you won't in the future. Maybe you're just not there yet. And I'm going to give you two examples of this. First thing is I got these tarot cards, right? It's called the 8 Coins Tarot. And these cards are I opened this box and I was like, wow, well, I think I might need to send these cards back because they're very hard. Of course, if it's not a major arcana, they're very hard to read, right? And as soon as I saw this, I was like, oh, I can't read these cards. Like, I need to send them back because I can't read these, right? But then I thought to myself for a second, I said, you know what? I'm going to keep these cards because maybe I can't right now, but maybe in a few months from now when I'm really into tarot or whatever and have learned a little bit more and all that, maybe I can read them then, right? Another thing I say to myself is I'm not a chanter. I went to this workshop where it was supposed to be a meditation. It was a lot of yoga and chanting. And I was sitting there and I'm like, oh, I'm not a chanter. But why? Because it makes me feel uncomfortable. So, but why, right? So I said to myself, you know what? I'm just going to do this because I get the concept of it. It's not like I don't understand what we're doing. It's just that I don't like to do it. Well, I might not like to do it then, but I like to do it now. So yoga too. I was like, no, I'm not into yoga. I just can't get into it. It's just not my thing. It's just not my thing. Yeah, I went to this meditation and I was like, oh, okay, this kind of yoga I can do. And now I like yoga. So we limit ourselves with our beliefs of thinking that we can't do something or we don't like something, instead of opening up our possibilities to saying, all right, I might not like it right now, but maybe in the future I'll like it. So we have to take the wording of I can't and I don't out, because right now you might not, but in the future you might, right? Does that make sense, guys? If you're here, let me see if you leave me any messages here. So we need to stop limiting ourselves, because the more we limit ourselves, the more we keep ourselves down. All right, when we say we can't, that means we're making ourselves believe that we can't do something. I can't ride a bike. Well, my daughter couldn't ride a bike 3 months ago, but she is now. Does that make sense? When you limit and say, I can't, then we don't, because we don't trust ourselves. We don't have faith in ourselves to say, oh, well, maybe I can if I tried, or if I keep trying, or I keep practicing, maybe I can get there. Instead, we're just like, no, that's too hard. I can't do that. Take, for instance, I just went live on a group with 100,000 members in there. All right. And I'm sitting myself all morning and I'm like, I'm going to do this. And then I hear, I can't do this. Like, I'm too scared. What if they know more than I do? What if they have something to say about how the way I do my healing? What if, like, I can't do this because it's too scary for me. So instead of going in with that and not doing this, I said, you know what? No, this is the way I do it. And some people are going to take to it and some people aren't going to take to it. And if they have anything to say about it, then those are the people that don't take to it. But if I can help 1, 2, 3, 4, 10, 100 people, then it's worth me putting myself out there for it. So instead of limiting myself and saying I can't do it, I'm like, you know what? I can do it and I'm going to do it. So I hope that makes sense. We're going to do a little bit of Reiki. If you're here, say hi. I'm not seeing any comments, so if you're commenting, let's see. Let me see if I can see anything. Okay. All right, so the way Reiki works is it's energy healing. So we have 7 chakras in the body. We have many, many more than that, but we specifically work with 7. We have the root chakra, we have the sacral chakra, we have the solar plexus chakra, the heart, the throat, the third eye, and the crown. So today we're going to work on, in order to really embrace our ability and stop our limitations, I'm going to work on the solar plexus. I mean, I'm drawn to it when I get into it, so if this changes, it changes. But my main goal is to work on opening up our third eye and the perception of everything, okay, or open up our third eye chakra. And really, that's your intuition. So it's like connect to ourselves, to connect to our true selves, our higher self, to know who we are, and to be confident in that, which is where we're going down to the solar plexus chakra, which is all about self-confidence, self-worth. The more self-confidence and self-worth that you have, you know, the more you're able to connect to your higher self, the more you're able to speak your truth, I'll say. So we're going to work on that, but we'll see where I'm drawn to when we get in there. It's going to be about maybe 5 to 10 minutes of Reiki. So if you want to find a comfortable place, I basically play some music, and I use our chakra stones here on the table. You'll see them in a second, to kind of put the intention of where I'm working on in your body, since this is distant Reiki. If the most you get out of this is relaxation, that's amazing. But a lot of people can see things, see things, feel things. And sometimes it releases a lot of trapped energy that's in our chakras. So go ahead and find a comfortable space. You're just going to put your head back. So if you're sitting in a chair, you could just put your head back. You're going to close your eyes for about 5 to 10 minutes. If you want to lay down, that's great too. But we're just going to play some music, and I'm going to do some stuff, and then we'll see how you feel at the end of it. And if you like these messages and Reiki, please hit the like button for me, and maybe leave a comment below. I'm really interested to see what people think about this style, because I think it's a little bit different than anybody else. I haven't seen anybody else doing this, so if you have, let me know. And then, and let me tell, I'm trying to get feedback, so tell me what you think about it, okay? All right, so I'm going to play the music. We're going to take a couple deep breaths, and then I'm going to do my thing while you guys have your eyes shut. So let's see, here we go. Go ahead and take a deep breath in. And let it out. Take another deep breath in. And let it out. Whatever thoughts come in, just let them come in and let them flow out. One more time, take a deep breath in and let them flow out. Or let it out. Okay, here we go. body. Take another deep breath in and let it out. Whenever you're ready, you can open your eyes and come to. Hi Julie, I see your comment now. How are you? You're trying to be a yoga teacher. Good. Teach me some yoga. How was that for everybody? So they brought to my attention at the very end of this that I needed to share a story with you, because here we are doing Reiki, and I remember sitting at my table with my friend over who has already been, hey Constance. Oh, good. Yeah, I felt very peaceful during this. Like, I felt love and peace. So I hope you felt that as well. But the story they want me to share with you is I limited myself at that moment because she had already been certified to do Reiki. And I was like, well, I'm going to go get my certification, but I'm just going to do it for my son. I just want to try to maybe get his anxiety lower or whatever. So I just want to learn it from him. But I am not a Reiki person. Like, that's not my thing. Now look at me, right? We're doing Reiki here. So you don't want to limit yourself. You don't want to put those beliefs in your head. You just need to, I got a lot of just, guys, lower your shoulders. It doesn't need to be so stressful. It really doesn't. Life doesn't need to be that way. Everything is what it is. You know, we all pass on at the end. We don't bring any of our money, materialistic things with us. We just live for peace and happiness while you're here, because that's all you have for right now. Your next life, you're not going to remember this life. So what's the point of stressing over it, right? What's the point of stressing over money? Just be aware. Make sure you don't put yourself in situations that are just going to keep adding stress, you know? And I'm going to be doing a video. I think I'm actually going to do this video in my group next. I am just on fire today, guys. I've done so much Reiki, but I'm going to go to my group next in Facebook. So if you're in my group, go ahead and meet me over there. I only have until like 2:30, so I got 15 minutes. So let's cut this short. But it doesn't need to be that stressful. Stop limiting yourselves. Stop saying that, oh, that's not for me, because look at me. I never even thought I'd be here, you know, and what you do is good enough. So you don't need to compare yourself to others. You don't have to worry about what other people think. It's just stop limiting yourself and start taking those opportunities. You know, like, don't say, oh, I can't play baseball unless you've tried. And you know what? You can swing a bat. You might not be very good at it, but it doesn't mean you can't. So eliminate those words from your vocabulary. Stop saying I don't and stop saying I can't, because it's just right now. So in the future, things might change. And if you limit yourself like that, you're going to start to believe that, and you're not even going to try. Okay, so if you want more messages somewhat like this, I'm going to talk about life and how it's supposed to be in my group next. So if you want to meet me over there, at the end of the video, I'll put a link down below so you can join the group if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching this. I hope it helped you a little bit about your limitations for yourself. Stop limiting yourself, okay? You could be anything you want to be. All right. Much love to all of you. I'll talk to you soon.